Hi, I'm Craig Head with the Nebraska Farm Bureau, and with me today is Jordan Dukes, who is our Director of National Affairs. Jordan was recently part of a state board of directors trip to Washington, D.C., and on the docket there we talked a little bit, Jordan, about trade, tax reform, and farm bill. Let's start a little bit today about trade. Let's start there.
Yeah, so overall, this is kind of one of the few times where it seems that if you go down the list of priorities that Farm Bureau has, a lot of our priorities are things that Washington is talking about. And so starting off on trade, definitely a large topic of conversation in Washington with the Trump administration formally deciding to move forward with NAFTA renegotiations. And so we talked a little bit about that, about what we'd like to see, which is quite frankly to kind of have agriculture left out of those change conversations. We are very happy with NAFTA. Really, if you look down the agreement, there's only a couple of agricultural sections we'd like to maybe see changed a little bit, dairy and lumber. But, you know, generally, NAFTA has been very beneficial to Nebraska agriculture, very beneficial to our farmers and ranchers, and so generally, we kind of just want to be left alone out of it and out of that conversation.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about tax reform. How did the conversations go there?
Yeah, so we actually had the opportunity to attend a Ways and Means Committee hearing on the House side on the border adjustment tax, and obviously that's a large part of what the House is talking about, and we have our own kind of, you run down our list, have really a lower overall effective rate for farmers and ranchers, elimination of the estate tax, reducing capital gains taxes, maintaining cash accounting. All those things are a big part of what we talk about, but the border adjustment's a large thing that the House is considering, and we don't have a position yet on it, but certainly we're still learning more, and quite frankly, we still are a little concerned as to what that would maybe mean for our farmers and ranchers who import a lot of what a lot of the inputs that they have on their farm, and the export benefit that the border adjustment would have really doesn't necessarily trickle down to farmers and ranchers. So no position yet, but something we're still trying to dig into.
Okay. And Jordan, I know that you were also serving on a Farm Bill committee for the American Farm Bureau. You guys talked a little bit about Farm Bill when you were out there as well. Let's talk about that.
We did. So the Farm Bill negotiations are really kind of moving in hot and heavy, and so the House side has had a couple of hearings on it, kind of starting off their hearing process this year on that. Even talk of really kind of getting some pen to paper here in the fall, and then the Senate has had a couple field hearings on this too. So really, I think things are really heating up and really moving forward down that path. The thing that we've talked about and continue to talk about to our representatives on Capitol Hill is to maintain crop insurance. That seems to be still the most important safety net for our farmers out there, and you know, certainly we are continuing to talk about conservation programs and rural development and all those other pieces that make up a farm bill. And so a lot of conversations happening underway there, and certainly something that's really heating up in Washington.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a very productive trip to D.C. for our board.
Absolutely. I think generally these trips are always a fascinating time for the board to really talk to our congressional representatives, a good place for our board of directors to learn more about some of the specifics that are going on, but then also more importantly to share our thoughts on policy issues to our Nebraska delegation.
Great. Thank you, Jordan. Outstanding. Stay tuned to NEFB.org for more information.